Steph, I'm making this quick video. I'm going to make a handful of quick videos in chunks so that way we can digest this material in chunks. I'm looking at a call with Kathleen Ramsey, your first call number one. So a couple notes. One thing here, the agenda that takes place is just flawlessly executed. You run through, you get her to agree to the upfront agenda. It's basically like the script to a T. Really, really good. This is like a perfect example of how the first 2 minutes of a call should go. Really 3 minutes, because at 3:10 you lead into what's going on in your business that made you want to book this call. This is where I got a few notes that I want you to think about. Kathleen talks about how she's relaunched herself in network marketing. She's been with Legal Shield for 9 years. She wants to focus on B2B. She gives you a history of like what she's done in the past. She tells you about the fire at her house and all that stuff, and how she's now like going all in and she's getting ready to ramp up. I did make a note that said we could possibly chime in to sympathize with her. That might be nitpicking. But then around somewhere close to the 5-minute mark of the call, Kathleen says that she has a subscription to premium that she had never used. This is like one of the first things that I heard. Now, we're not that early in the call in terms of the order, but one of the reasons I started to jump in here is because we started to get to a place where we're 8 minutes into the call. We don't have much on pain. So I'll give some other notes though. So anyway, she says that she has this subscription to premium but has never used it. Immediately I would jump in and be like, oh, why? Why haven't you used it? Because I know that she's going to give me some pain there. I don't have the time. I don't know how to use it. I don't know what to do. There's a bit then where you jump in and you start to talk about what we do for our clients, how we create systems to streamline. You start talking about this for 30 to 40 seconds, and I made some notes about how then it leads us to getting in the details and in the weeds on LinkedIn premium accounts, because Kathleen is like, oh, so do I not need premium? It's like we're totally off focus from what we should be talking about. Kathleen, what is your big pain? What is the problem you're struggling with? I get the sense that you jumped in here to reinforce, like, hey, you're talking to the right people. We're here to solve your problem. She hasn't really even given us our problem yet. She hasn't really told us up to this point. She's just given and this can happen. This is what's tricky about, we ask this first pain question. What's going on in your business that made you want to book this call? Some people will obviously answer that right off the bat. Steph, I'm just having trouble with my lead generation and I need help with it. Other people look at this, even when we ask the question this directly, as let me give you a big history of what's going on. The history she gave wasn't that big, but you asked this question at 3:10, and 5 minutes later, we haven't gotten any pain yet. So you talk about this, how we create these systems and we streamline, and it's all great language. I just feel like all of a sudden we're jumping down to solution language in the text. If I was going to give a reinforcing statement like, hey, this is exactly what we do for our clients, we're in the right place. That's basically what I'd say. It'd be like, yeah, so, just to cut to the chase, Kathleen, this is exactly what we do for our clients, so you're in the right place. So let me ask you another question. Tell me about, what you were doing to generate leads in the past. Like, that's it. That's all I'm going to do is reinforce it with a simple statement. I don't want to derail the conversation for several minutes. So then, at the 8-minute mark, I feel like, okay, a lot has taken place in the call so far, but we don't have really great pain. So you jump in and you ask another pain question, which is, what have you found to be the hardest part about prospecting in your space or something like that? There's a couple reasons why I don't like the questions, because this is... hold on a second. I better watch what I say, because we do have... I thought we maybe had something similar to that. We have what's not happening in your current... Prospecting is so direct. I'm just looking through this here. It doesn't... Sorry, Gotta get back over here. She didn't tell us that she was struggling with prospecting. I guess that's why she could struggle with prospecting. She may not know. But this is why initially, when we asked this question, this is an open-ended question. What's going on in your business that made you want to book this call? And then from there, I'm looking for openings which I can start playing these questions. You know, oh, you have this LinkedIn, you have this Sales Navigator account. Why aren't you using it? Because I don't have enough time. You know, I don't have enough time to use it. Oh yeah, you're probably busy growing your business and you got a bunch of, sales and leads coming in. That's understandable, right? She's like, no, not really. I don't have that. Oh, well, how long has that been going on that you've had that problem? Or, she can say like, no, I don't use it to generate leads. It's like, oh, what do you use to generate leads? She says, and I'm like, why don't you just keep doing that? Because it doesn't work. Like, these feel like the pain questions to ask. Now, I'm giving you this pretty early in the call. The reason why I'm delivering this is because I could listen to a bunch of stuff that helps us get back on track here in the call. Maybe totally fine. Your next 10 questions could look like this, and I will ask you about them. However, what I'm seeing here is that we got 8 minutes in and we missed a really good opportunity to ask a pain question. Why have you never you got this LinkedIn subscription? Why haven't you ever used it? She's going to give us pain on that. That's what I would be looking for. But then we jump in and we start talking logistical stuff for way too long, and then you realize, like, shoot, now instead of me asking an easy pain question, I got to take a guess. Like, what have you found to be the hardest part about prospecting in that space? Like, you don't know that prospecting is necessarily a problem. Now, it could be a problem, but because we specialize in generating leads, and marketing systems, I would ask a question more like this if this didn't get you the answer that you needed. Okay, and go with that. All right, so those are my thoughts, and I'll keep digging in and give you some more as I continue. See ya.